What's up everybody, this is part 2 of my entire movie collection, and in this video I'm just going to be finishing off showing my horror DVDs right here, and then I'm going to start showing off my comedies and my action films in this shelf right here. I'm going to try and make this video a bit shorter than the last one, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. The first things I'm going to show off though are some VHSs that I have up here at the top. I really don't have any room for these, like on the shelves, so I'm actually going to be taking these over to my mom's. But I figured I'd go ahead and just show these off. And these are the Goosebumps tapes that I have left. Now, I think back in the late 90s, Goosebumps released a full video VHS series. And a lot of like my favorite episodes were released. Alright, and I had all of them, like the entire video series. But as I've gotten older, I sort of outgrew Goosebumps, so I actually got rid of most of them. But I kept the ones that I liked the best. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly show these off. The first one is a Night in Terror Tower. Really good. I love the artwork for Goosebumps VHS. It's just, you know, the way the word is, and then the splatters, like, you know, the slime splatters all over the cases, and then the picture from the book, that's the artwork from the book. Yeah. I really like these. The next one, this is without a doubt my favorite Goosebumps episode. I still watch this episode, you know, during Halloween, and it's the Haunted Mask. I think that this was the first episode, and it's definitely my favorite one. I love that artwork. Yeah, I'll probably talk more about these once Halloween gets around, but there you go. And then I have Haunted Mask 2. Also a really good one. Yeah, and I like the purple clamshell for that. It's really nice. And then I'll show off this one right here, which is a Stay Out of the Basement. And the last one that I have is down here, and it is Night of the Living Dummy 3, which in my opinion was probably the scariest Goosebumps episode. Like, for little kids, this is probably the scariest one. Yep. Alright guys, well, now I'm just going to show these off really quick. These are my Pokemon tapes. The first one is Pokemon, the first movie. When I was younger, I used to love the Pokemon, you know, I used to watch it a lot with my cousin, and I have most of the movies. So we got the first movie, then Pokemon the movie 2000, Pokemon 3 the movie, Pokemon Forever, and Pokemon Yoda Wishmaker. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly show those off because I'm taking those back to mom's. But those were just, you know, some of them. I have a bunch of like episodes of Pokemon on tape that I'll get to. But now I'm going to go ahead and jump back into the horror DVDs. Start off with something IFC. This is a Human Centipede. I was never really disturbed by this movie. I actually thought it was pretty funny, to be honest. I still need to see the second one. Then we have House on Haunted Hill, the remake. It was okay. The Haunting in Connecticut. I really enjoyed this one. The Hitcher 2. Hope to see the first one soon. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I know that these movies have love or hate for it. I just enjoy watching them because they're just fun. I find them fun movies to watch, you know. They're nothing special, and I still know. And I'm probably not going to get the third one, because I've heard it's kind of garbage. This is the old Elite Home Entertainment release of I Spit on Your Grave. Really old one. And then this is the Anchor Bay re-release of I Spit on Your Grave with some good special features. Takashi Miike's Itchy the Killer. Jaws: The Revenge, and I do have the first Jaws on DVD as well. It's over in my box set, and then I have 2 and 3 on VHS. Romero's Land of the Dead. The original Leprechaun. Now, these movies are usually love or hate for people. I personally love these movies. I think that they're hilarious. I have the second and third one on VHS, and I've seen the fourth one. I have not seen the fifth one, but I have seen the sixth, and yeah, they're just fun movies. The Lost Boys, this is the 2-disc special edition. Classic movie right here. Then I think The Tribe, which I think is the second one. I'm not sure. I've not watched this yet, but if it's good, then I'll check out the third one. Last House on the Left, the original with the horrible cover art. Laid to Rest. I watched this movie once, and I think it's a decent film, but it's nothing special. Misery, classic. Bruce Campbell, The Man with the Screaming Brain. Really awesome movie right here. Then we have another cult classic, Mood 616. If you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Maniac. Come on, you can't deny this movie. Really, really great film. Probably one of the better slasher flicks. I would like to see the remake. I've actually heard it's actually really good, so I'm gonna have to pick that up. This is an old 2-disc release. Two double feature of the original My Bloody Valentine and April Fool's Day. Really enjoyed April Fool's Day. I don't really hear a lot of people talk about it, but I really, really liked it. And as for My Bloody Valentine, everyone's talked about it already. Murder Set Pieces, it was okay. I wouldn't I did a review of it. I wouldn't really jump out to try and see it. Like, don't spend a lot of money on it. It's not really that spectacular. The Manson Family from Jim Van Bebber. I really love this movie. Great exploitation. Then we got one of my favorite horror films of all time, Nightmare on Elm Street. The original, this is the 2-disc edition. And then I have this 4-pack, which has Nightmare on Elm Street 1, 2, 3, and 4. I do want to get the other one that has 5, 6, 7, and 8. But over at the FYE that's closing out, then they have the whole box set. So I'm going to see how much that is, and if it's not a lot, I might pick that up. But I have the VHS series, which I'll show off eventually. The Night Flyer, a Stephen King story that I hear no one talk about. Pretty decent film. Night of the Living Dead. This is arguably like the best zombie film, since it's every other zombie film after this really takes after this film. So I consider this like a definitive classic. Orphan. Loved this movie. Really did. If you have not seen this one yet, you need to, because it's great. Omen, the original classic, and I have seen the other two. I don't have them. Then another one of my favorite horror films of all time, Phantasm. This movie, just classic for me. Then I have the Scream Factory Collector's Edition of Phantasm 2 with the awesome cover art and the reversible cover. Love this edition. So many great special features. And this is probably my first or second favorite horror sequel, in my opinion. And then I have this old MGM release, Phantasm 2. Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead, the Anchor Bay release. Then I have Phantasm 4, Oblivion, the MGM release, and I hope to get the Anchor Bay release. Then I have this, 12 film collection of the entire Puppet Master series and the Killjoy series, or Killjoy. I've not watched the Killjoy films, but I love the Puppet Master series, so. Then we have Puppet Master vs. Demonic Toys. It's an okay film. It's kind of horror. I guess it's fun to watch, but it's kind of a horrible movie, but I enjoy it. Pet Sematary, classic. Jamie Lee Curtis and Prom Night, another classic one. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, probably one of the 5 greatest horror films ever made. Dario Argento's Phenomena. Then we have Poltergeist, classic as well. The Ring, it was enjoyable, and I have not seen The Ring 2, but I've heard it's a decent film. The Return of the Living Dead, one of my favorite zombie flicks. I think it's one of everyone's favorite zombie flicks, but classic right here. Salem's Lot, the remake with Rob Lowe. I've not watched it. One of my favorite horror films, Suspiria, the 2-disc special edition from Blue Underground. Sleepy Hollow, another one of my top favorite ones with Johnny Depp. Stanley Kubrick, The Shining, classic. The first Saw movie, I stopped buying the Saw films because I've seen most of them, but this is really the only one that I would actually really want to own. The Satanic Rites of Dracula. Have not watched it in forever, but Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing are both in it, so, you know. Silence of the Lambs, classic. Signs, love this movie. I know that this movie can either get love or hate. I know that the ending of it really doesn't make any sense, if you think about it, but the suspense in this movie, really great. Then we have Johnny Dickey's Slaughter Tales, an independent flick from, Johnny Dickey. I did a review of this, if you guys want to check that out, but yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Two Evil Eyes limited edition from Blue Underground. A double feature of 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. Silent Night, Deadly Night, the uncut and uncensored DVD, which is not a print, but I've heard it's easy to find now. Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the gruesome edition, one of my favorite horror sequels. Then we got Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, R-rated and unrated. And The Next Generation. Then we got the remake, and I have seen the beginning, and I'm debating on whether or not I want to see 3D. John Carpenter's The Thing, classic. Trailer Park of Terror, have not watched this yet. The Ugly, really good. VHS, again, have not watched that yet. Captain Crone's Vampire Hunter, haven't watched that in forever. This is a Vincent Price triple feature with the original House on Haunted Hill, The Bat, and The Last Man on Earth. I'm a big fan of Vincent Price, so. Then we got this Wicked Carnival 3-movie set, which has a Carnival of Souls, Funland, and the Cabinet of Dr. Kokari. Just 3, older films. Wishmaster 1 and 2. I have seen the third one, and I'm not a huge fan of the third one, but it's decent, and I have seen the fourth one, and not a big fan. Wolf Creek, I really enjoyed this movie because it barely had anything in it. If you watch the trailers of this movie, it looks like it's a really, gory, bloody film, or, with lots of torture, kind of like the Hostel film was. It's nothing like that. It's actually a really story-driven, and it's really slow, but I really enjoy it. Then we have The Wicker Man. This is the Anchor Bay release. The Wicker Tree, nothing special. Lucille Fulci's Zombie, one of my favorite horror films of all time. And then the two, what are these? The Zombie 4, After Death, and Zombie 5. These are the Shriek Show releases. Well, that is it. For right now, my camera is almost out of memory, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short. I was expecting to at least get down to that shelf, but, showing off those Goosebumps tapes actually sort of slowed me down a bit, but the next video will be a lot longer, and I'm going to try and get through all these right here, and hopefully start off on my VHSs in the next video as well. So, like I said, thanks for watching part 2. Part 3 will be up hopefully the same time tomorrow, at least. And, yeah, thanks once again for watching. Thanks to everyone for supporting me. Feel free to let me know what you guys think about all the movies I've showed off so far, and I'll see you guys next time.